how about a drink? I'm dying of thirst. Come on, you can be human, can't you?
Look down there. Oh, his hands are tied. Come on.
I didn't mean to shoot him. I didn't want to hurt him.
Take it easy, son. How is he, Tonto?
Him dead, Kemo Sabe.
Dead? Oh, but he can't be. I was just trying to get away.
We saw part of the fight. Considering these, I wouldn't call it a fair one.
Who are you?
Tonto and I were just passing by. If you tell us what happened, maybe we can help you.
But your mask.
You not be afraid. Sometimes mask hide face of good friend. Now you tell. Why your hands tied? Why you fight Indian?
All right, I guess I could use a couple of friends.
You said you were trying to get away from this Indian. Where was he taking you?
To join Buck Fargo's gang.
Buck Fargo? Worst outlaw in the territory.
What Buck Fargo want with a boy like you?
I guess he figured I was worth a lot of money to him.
Now, how you worth money to Buck Fargo?
Did you ever hear of Wayne Baxter?
I guess everybody has. He owns about 20 banks, doesn't he?
22. More than any other man in the state.
What's your tie-up with Wayne Baxter?
Well, I'm his son, Terry.
Well, that make more sense now. You think you part of plan so Buck Fargo can rob your father's bank?
From what I found out this morning, Indian, I'm not part of the plan. I'm the whole plan.
Sit down, Terry. Supposing you tell us exactly what did happen.
Well, first of all, this Indian, Black Eagle, I've seen him around town before. He'd do odd jobs for Thad Kendall, Dad's chief assistant. I always thought Thad was a good friend of mine, until this morning when he came over to our house. I was just finishing breakfast. My brother Glenn was out at our ranch for the cattle roundup, and Dad had just left for the bank, when I heard this knocking at the back door. It was Thad Kendall. I couldn't understand what he wanted so early. He asked if anybody else was home but me, and when I said no, he said that was fine because I was the one he'd come to see. That was when he signaled for Black Eagle to come in. I still couldn't figure out what he wanted. When all of a sudden, Black Eagle grabbed me from behind, and Thad pulled out some rope and started tying me up. I fought as hard as I could to get away, but I couldn't do a thing against the two of them. And then all of a sudden, Thad gives me a look like he's hated me all his life, and belts me one across the face as hard as he can. Gee, Thad, what did you do that for?
Just gratifying a long-time ambition, my boy. Think you can handle him?
I don't get this, Thad. What'll Dad think? You've been his friend for 20 years. Do you want to lose your job just before you're retired?
Yeah, 20 years. And what have I got to show for it? A few measly thousands in savings. Oh, no, my boy. When I retire, I'm going to be a rich man, thanks to your father's generosity. You understand what you're to do now? Here's the map Buck Fargo drew for me. You follow it, you should reach his hideout by noon.
Buck Fargo?
That's right, my boy. A banker's son should have a lot in common with a bank robber.
He's never robbed one of Dad's banks. He knows they're too well guarded.
I think perhaps your father will remove the guards when he hears you're riding with the Fargo gang.
Me? Ride with the Buck Fargo gang? My Dad'd never fall for that.
Possibly not. But that won't bring his precious son back to him. Unless he follows orders.
I hope you sold out for a good big price, Thad.
When Buck Fargo makes a deal with a man, he always pays well. Take him along. Take
you
him out.
can't do it!
Looks like a boy's pony.
Yeah, but where boy?
Hey, help me out of here, please.
Take it easy, son.
We'll get you out of here.
Yeah, there you are. What happened?
My pony threw me, and I couldn't get up on account of this.
You hurt leg?
No, not this time. I broke it 2 years ago, and when it healed, it was crooked.
Where do you live, young fellow?
My dad's ranch is 2 miles south of here. He's Jim Blasdell. Who are you, and why are you masked?
You'd better let us give you some water. Come on. Take it easy, Jackie.
There's not much in it. Thank you.
Oh, hold on there. We'd better take him home.
Jackie, I've been so worried about you. What happened? Who are these men?
They're my friends, Mom. My pony threw me and my leg got caught behind a rock. He pulled me out.
Are you hurt?
He's all right now, Mrs. Blasdell. He was badly shaken up. I think he ought to lie down and rest for a while.
I don't really need to.
Yes, you do. I'll put you right to bed. Thank you so much for bringing him home. Mask or no mask, you seem like a nice man.
Thank you, ma'am. Could we fill our canteens and water our horses?
All right. But please be sparing. Our supply is so low. The water pump's over there. Come on, Jack.
Hey, you. Get away from that water.
We've come a long way today. Our canteens are empty.
We don't have enough for ourselves. And I'm not sharing my water with any masked man. Now, on your way.
You don't need that gun, Mr. Blasdell. I'm not an outlaw. If the water's for sale, we'll pay.
Well, it's not for sale. You can buy some things in Greenville, but not water. Now move, fast.
Jim! Jim, wait. Let them have the water. They're friends.
Stay here. But don't touch it until I hear what she has to say.
The situation here is even worse than I thought. This town is desperate for water.
Clouds over hills now, Kemo Sabe. Maybe rain in 2-3 days, maybe sooner.
You're usually a good weather prophet, Tonto. I hope you're right.
Say, mister, my wife just told me about you bringing a boy back home.
That's all right, Jim.
Well, that makes me feel mighty mean. I'd like for you to take all the water you want. Water your horses, too.
Oh, thanks. We won't waste a drop of it.
And say, when you get through, could you come in and visit with Jackie? He has a special reason for wanting to see you some more.
I'll be glad to. What's the reason?
Well, have you ever heard of a party known as the Lone Ranger?
Why, yes. Have you?
Sure, lots of times. I don't take much stock in the stories, though, but they do make good telling from a youngster.
Oh?
Yeah, I tell him stories about Daniel Boone, Davy Crockett, and the Lone Ranger, and... Say, you know what?
What's that?
Well, this ranger is supposed to ride a white horse and wear a mask, and... Well, my wife tells me that the boy thinks that you're him. What's the Indian laughing about?
I guess he's amused at my being taken for the Lone Ranger.
So you wouldn't mind just to humor him a bit, huh?
Not at all, Jim. You tell Jackie I'll be there in a few minutes.
Good.
Look like little fellow will think plenty much of you.
Yes, Tonto. I only hope I can live up to the stories that Mr. Blasdell has told Jackie about me.
Sometimes son have more sense than father. Him no Lone Ranger real person, not just legend. That's why you not let him down.
If Jackie believes in what I stand for, then when he grows up, he'll fight for the same things that I do.
Me understand, Kemo Sabe. Good boy make good man. Help bring law and order to West.
That's right.
The Lone Ranger.